Ben White is out. Holding, look at it. He couldn't cope. He's not on the level of Ben White. Tierney is out. Tavares is struggling. Partey is out. And then he comes in. He plays a few decent games, but we know he doesn't have that quality. Xhaka is a so-so player. Regardless of the insults people have been holding on Xhaka, when Xhaka is not in the team, people feel his absence. Yet, when something goes wrong, Arsenal fans are notorious for looking for scapegoats. Most of you are notorious for looking for scapegoats who to haul your insult and pour your trauma on, which is unfortunate. Like, everybody's supporting. Let's be real. Yeah, from the players from the. Hi guys, welcome to Soccer Highway 304. Welcome, like, share, and subscribe if you're new, and turn on your notification bell. Like I said, if you're new, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on the notification bell so when I drop this video, you are notified. Interesting. I'm sure you guys have seen all kinds of content online. The majority of Arsenal fans having a go at the players, the manager, the Kroenkes. I find it very interesting. The ego have been bruised of some Arsenal fans who think they know more than everybody. They think they deserve success at all costs. They think Arsenal should have the divine right to winning all the time, which I find very interesting. They think Arsenal should have qualified for the Champions League. Yes, I think the last 4 games, we had it in our hands. We should have tried to qualify. But let's not forget, Ben White and Gabriel played with injuries. We're not fit. Tomiyasu has been struggling. We'll be barely running on bare fumes. The squad has been thin. I know some of you say, why you should have signed someone in a midfielder or striker in January. Fair enough. That's a good point. But I understand when the club would not refuse to overpay or buy the wrong player in January. Let's be real. Aside from Vlahovic, with chasing aggressively, wanted to get and he eventually went to Juve, which other striker will have gotten of required quality for our team? No, I want you guys to tell me which other quality striker was out there that was very gettable for Arsenal to bring into our team. There were rumors that we tried for Darwin Núñez, Benfica was not interested in selling. We know that the Aubameyang situation was untenable. It was becoming a bad influence in the dressing room, and he had to go. You can't blame Arteta for that. Some of you will counter my argument by saying you should have maybe to manage him to the end of the season. Sometimes you can't manage certain players to the end of the season. They will influence the other team. Let's not forget, we have a young team, very impressionable team. You do not want disharmony in the camp. You do not want bad influence in the camp. Let's not forget what's happening at Man U. We do not want such happening at Arsenal. Like I said, I'm very disappointed. It was very close, but unfortunately, we couldn't make it. We have like 2% chance. I don't think Norwich is going to beat Tottenham. I don't think so. I don't think Tottenham will throw it away at this time. It's too close to throw it away. I think it's unfair the way some of the content creators have been going at Arteta. Some of the media lovers have been going at Arteta because Arteta cannot build a squad without the required liquidity from the owners, right? Yes, can have a go at the owners. They've run the club into the ground since how will I put it? The owners have a chunk of blame, but at the same time, I'm not going to forget that the fact that in the last 3 years, the owners have been trying to rewrite their wrongs. Whether you like them or not, the owners have been trying to rewrite their wrongs. Can they do it in a quicker pace? I wish they could. Could they invest more? The FFP. And let's not forget, they've told us since the days of Arsene Wenger, they want a self-sustaining model. Yes, Liverpool are doing the same thing and they are achieving results. Yes, we are backwards. I can see that the owners are trying to build back the team. And it's going to take a bit of time. We just need to be a little bit more patient. I know our ego sometimes will not allow us. They're always complaining and What's the right word? Yeah, I don't want to use the wrong word. See, I'm as ambitious and I have certain standards, just like most fans. I've seen the glory days of Arsenal, and I want them back as quick as possible. But I'm not stupid not to understand that Arsenal has fallen from its perch for a long time. See, for us to not get this excessively emotional and hysterical about what's going on, is for us to come to terms with reality. I think a lot of fans hiding under the guise of standards are just delusional, in my opinion. These fake standards you guys are preaching, I think is delusional. If you compare our squad to the Man City, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, some of you thought Leicester's squad was better than ours at the beginning of the season. Let's be real. Some of you were even I heard some people saying the Aston Villa team was better. Remember the beginning of the season when, quote unquote, Arsenal lost the battle of Buendia to Aston Villa? Let's not forget that narrative, which I find very interesting. You think Buendia would choose Aston Villa ahead of Arsenal? I'm having a laugh. It's funny, right? Like people are pushing the narrative. I couldn't believe people that I respected in content. I respected their channels were actually saying and propagating that Aston Villa actually pipped Arsenal to Buendia. No, I think Arsenal were not just going to overpay for a player they felt was that price was too high, which I agree with. And guess what? Arsenal's call has been right. Buendia and Odegaard, who has had a better season, regardless of Odegaard has had two poor games in the last two games against Spurs and they lost at Newcastle. But regardless of that, who has had a better season? But nobody's going to speak about that. Nobody wants to speak about that part. Like I said, I'm very disappointed. I want us to qualify for Europe, but I understand that the squad is bare. All this talk of Arsenal, Arteta has spent 250 to 300 million pounds, and yet we are not yet competing at the level we should be. I think it's farcical too. See, the twist of the narrative is very funny. Did Arsenal spend 250 to 300 million pounds to supplement the team or to replace bad players? Nobody's asking about that part. Did we spend that money to supplement the team, or we spent that money to bring better players and replace the dead woods? See, that is the key. Arteta has not spent 250 million to 300 million pounds to supplement the team. I think that narrative is poisonous. It's inciting. I think it's very disingenuous to say that. Our first 11, I think, is borderline good enough for top 4. Just the first 11. We saw what a bare trade team can do. And we're experiencing the deficiencies in the squad. Tomiyasu is out. Cedric doesn't come close when it comes to levels of performance. Right? Ben White is out. Holding, look at it. He couldn't cope. He's not on the level of Ben White. Tierney is out. Tavares is struggling. Partey is out. And then he comes in. He plays a few decent games, but we know he doesn't have that quality. Xhaka is a so-so player. Regardless of the insults people are holding on Xhaka, when Xhaka is not in the team, people feel his absence. Yet, when something goes wrong, Arsenal fans are notorious for looking for scapegoats. Most of you are notorious for looking for scapegoats who to haul your insult and pour your trauma on, which is unfortunate. Like, everybody's disappointed we didn't make it for Europe. I am very disappointed, but I'm very reasonable with my disappointment. My standards are not absolutely on the ground. No, I'm just very reasonable and realistic. That's the difference between you and me and some of the content creators. I am very, very realistic. Arsenal's squad is not a top 4 squad. The first 11 might be, but as a squad, we do not. Let's look at our striking options, right? The top 4 striking options. The Man City don't play the regular conventional number 9, even though they are bringing a number 9 in the summer. So let's look at their front three. Jesus, Mahrez, Sterling sometimes, and Grealish, compared to what we have at Arsenal. Nketiah, what do we have at Arsenal? Saka, Martinelli, sometimes Lacazette, sometimes Nketiah. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. Can we? Let's look at Manchester United. Ronaldo, none of our striking for striking what was it called? I'm sorry, I'm mixing words. None of our striking options can live up to Ronaldo, even though he's old, even though he's on his last legs. Ronaldo has scored almost 20 goals this season. None of our front players has that. Let's go to Chelsea. Even though Lukaku has flopped, can we compare our striking force to Werner, Lukaku, Kai Havertz? No. Spurs, Son and Kane, they will walk into our team. Like, let's be real. We know our limitations as a football club. And all this nonsense by the media, especially Gary Neville having a dig at Xhaka for granting an honest interview that included himself saying that they were not just good enough. I'm paraphrasing Xhaka here. He said, whether young or old, they had a stinker, which was just that was just the truth. They had a stinker of a game. They were not good enough. Yet the media are spinning it to a different narrative so that they can gather views and clicks and incite the fragile ego of most Arsenal fans. So most Arsenal fans have fragile egos. They think they deserve everything. No, you have to earn and work for it. And the real thing is that apparently Arsenal are not the juggernaut they used to be before. Let that sink in. It's hard to take. I understand. It's very difficult to take. But Arsenal are not that team at the moment. Can they get there? Absolutely, they can get there. Will it take some time? Definitely. Will you be patient? That's left to you. No matter how you criticize the team, call Arteta names, haul on insult on Arteta, he's still there. Regarding his contract, right? Like I said, I'm not an Arteta apologist or Arteta in ride or die. I'm an Arsenal fan, first and foremost. I'm an Arsenal fan, first and foremost. So wherever the manager is, I will support them. Will I criticize them when they are wrong? Definitely, I will do that. I've written to Arteta in my past videos when he made bad mistake by chucking Xhaka as a left back, leaving us bare and thin in the middle. I will have a go at him. Has he made mistakes this season? Absolutely, yes. But has he done some great things this season? Absolutely, yes, too. Let's have a balanced conversation. Let's be objective. For you to just write off all the good he has done. I said the season has been a total failure. Come on, come on. That's a lie. That's untrue. To say the season, you can say the past few games have been a total failure. I can say Arsenal qualified for the Champions League when he had it in our hands has been a failure. I'll take that. But for you to say the whole season has been a total failure, they've no improvement, we've not moved forward as a club or as a team, that's a lie. That's very untrue. I know you have your prejudice against Arteta, which you can, is your opinion. I'm not going to argue with you. That's your opinion. Even though it's wrong, I would never agree with you with that. Was Arteta my first choice? Hell no. But the club, I found him deemed to be a manager. I will support him until they decide to change him. But people suggesting fans want to come to the stadium because of your own personal agenda, you must think you are that important because you have a camera and you have some thousands or millions of subscribers. You think you can incite the fans not to come and watch their favorite team because of a few setbacks. Who are you? Are you that important? No. Let's not let subscribers deceive us, right? Don't think because you have some few millions of subscribers, you're that important. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There's hierarchy in this thing. You can criticize the Kroenkes, you can criticize Arteta, but make sure it's objective. Make sure it's objective. I think this season we've had a few progress. Ben White, Gabriel, even though they have some iffy games, they've been good. Quarantine, aside of injury, has been good. Shout out to Tomiyasu, proper right back. Unfortunately, for the last few months, he has been struggling with injury. Hopefully, next season, he should be better. Hopefully, you can get in backups that are almost as good as the first team players. I think we need quality backups, and I'm sure Kroenke, Arteta, and Edu are working behind the scenes to make sure the players we bring in are as good as the starters in the team, because we cannot continue to have players in the bench who are not at the same, almost at the same level as those in the first team or those that are starting. We need quality. We need a right back. We need on that left back. Saliba is coming. If possible, if you can sell Holding and replace him. If not, if we can't do that, Saliba is coming back. Hopefully, Holding will have too many games in the Premiership to play if you stay at Arsenal. Because see, I'm very realistic. For you to think Arsenal just go to revamp the whole thing in one summer, it doesn't work like that. It's a gradual thing. It takes time. But I know we will get there very, very soon. I am very, very confident. We need to bring in one or two. I think we need two strikers. Hopefully, the Gabriel Jesus deal pulls through and can get another archetype of a striker, a taller striker. We need striker, and we need someone to deputize for Saka when he's not there, since it looks like Pepe is on his way out of the club. So we need a few more players. We need another midfielder. If in any science, he can always play in the Carling Cup or play in the less significant games. But some of you that are pushing for us to just throw away all the players because of your ego, it doesn't work that way. We don't have that kind of resources. See, the difference, like I'm going to point out again, the difference between some fans and major of those Arteta out fans and Kroenke out fans are just that you guys are not just realistic. Basking and living in the past glory is just delusional, in my opinion. You have to look at the reality and work with it. See, the Kroenkes are not as bad as you're projecting them. Yes, they're investing late, but guess what? They're doing it. It's better late than never. They may not be doing it the rate you want it because of your ego, and some of you are not just narcissistic. You want it as done as soon as possible. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Arsenal are going to make sure they bring in a few players to supplement what they have now. And hopefully we can still push the narrative that this was our best and only chance to get into a top four. It's just something to laugh about. Like how? Like how? Like the Premiership is ending this season, or top four is ending this season, that next year we can't mount a credible challenge into the top four. Like the narrative is just funny to me. Like, who says that? This is ridiculous. Arsenal, with the right amount of investment, quality players, we can mount a credible challenge for the top for next season. Probably win the Europa League if possible, and do very well. We are not far from competing with the likes of Liverpool and Man City. A few quality players in the midfield and in the striking positions, and very good backup to the starters, I think we will be able to mount a credible challenge to the top four, in my opinion. Most of you might not subscribe to it. These narratives of Man U will come stronger, Chelsea will get stronger. Like, we have won more games than Chelsea this season. And quote unquote, they've invested and they're stronger. Exactly. Football doesn't work the way you want it to work sometimes. And your narratives are just archaic. Some of us those fall. We're not going to fall for the bullshit. We have critical thinking to analyze things on its merits and shift our emotionality and our bias aside. We can do that. We can separate the two. Guys, what do you think about the conversation? Do you think it has been a bad season all through? No, do you think? No, I want you guys leave in the comment section and make sure leave it respectfully. Do you think the season has been absolutely bad, or do you think we've actually progressed a little bit and we just need to plug in the right places and we can actually compete? Leave in the comment section. Soccer Highway 304. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification bell so when I drop the videos, you're notified. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's be real. Yeah, man. Apart from the players from the